Hello friends, I hope your day is going well so far. My name is Josh and today I'm going to teach you how to play the song Trainwreck by James Arthur on the piano. This is a fairly slow and easy song to play on the piano, yet it still sounds good, so it's a great song if you're just a beginner. This is a very emotional song that James Arthur said he wrote in a really dark time in his life, and I think that's why it's become so popular again this year, with a lot of people going through really hard times. So maybe as you learn and play this song for yourself, you'll also be able to feel some of those emotions through the music. I know I can. And if you're new to my channel and enjoying this video and want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you won't miss a video, and give this video a thumbs up as well. It really means a lot to me. Alright, let's get into the tutorial. So in this song there's really just two main sections that you have to learn. First is the intro and verse. I'll go over each of those, but they're very similar. And then we have the chorus. And by the way, if you're struggling with the intro and verse, don't worry, don't quit. The chorus is actually going to be a lot simpler. As always, be sure to let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about anything that I didn't explain clearly. Alright, so the first thing we're going to go over is the intro. The intro is going to sound like this. So we're going to start out first with an F sharp minor chord. That's just like this, an F sharp in the left hand, F sharp, A, and C sharp here in the right hand. And you can play this whatever is easiest for you, fingering wise. Alright, so our next chord is going to be this chord. This is a C sharp minor 7 chord over an F sharp. As you can see, we're going to start with just our normal C sharp minor chord, C sharp, E, and G sharp. Then we're going to add our 7th, the B, and then finally we play the F sharp in the bass. Now we're going to move down to this chord, a B minor chord. This is just going to be a B in the left hand and a D and an F sharp in the right hand. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to move right up like this. So there, that first chord is just going to be the B minor chord. Then we're going to go up to a C sharp in the left hand and an E and G sharp in the right hand. And this is a C sharp minor chord. Then we move up again to a D in the left hand, F sharp and A in the right hand. This is a D chord. So just spend some time practicing that. Until you get it down. So the way that I kind of like to think about this section is to play this first chord long and then kind of bounce up into our next chord and play this one very short, and then we're holding our third chord. So it's like long, short, long, long, short, long. Next up, you're going to want to shift your hand position now, so you have your thumb here on the F sharp, and we're going to begin with a D, F sharp, and A, just like we ended before, but with our new hand position. So that's our D chord. Our next chord here, we're going to play an E in the left hand, a G sharp and B in the right hand, and this is an E chord. And then lastly, we move up to this F sharp in the left hand, A and C sharp in the right hand, an F sharp minor chord. So that last part. Again, that's going to sound like this. You can see the long, short, long that's happening there. And then what I'm doing here is for this first chord, I'm holding the pedal, and then when I play it the second time, I let go of the pedal as I play it. And then once I play this next chord, I hold the pedal again and then release. I'm releasing on that second time when I repeat the chord. So I'm like, hold, release, hold, release. And that's how I get it to sound like that. Alright, so now let me show you some of the other things that get added in. We'll go back to the very start where we have our F sharp minor chord. So we're going to play our chord and then this. So you see we're just going F sharp, B, C sharp into our next chord. And then here, we'll play an E before we go into our next chord. And then an F sharp gets played at the end. All right, let me play that intro for you one more time. All right, there you go. All right, so now moving into the verse, this is going to be a very similar section. The main difference here is that instead of playing our C sharp minor 7 chord like this, we're just going to play a single C sharp in the left hand and then an E, G sharp, and B here in the right hand. So that basic structure is going to again be like this: F sharp minor chord, C sharp minor 7 chord, and then the B minor, walking up to the D, and then to the F sharp minor. Then you can begin to add in some of the extra notes that are being played. So again, we start out like this with that little run, F sharp, B, and C sharp, then to our C sharp minor chord, and we'll go E, G sharp, and B, and then play this just F sharp to get us into the next section where we repeat. Here we go. E, B, C sharp, G sharp. And then we'll just continue to play this chord a little bit more. The last chord of the verse is just going to be this E chord. An E in the left hand, E, G sharp, and B in the right hand. And here I'm just going to play quarter notes for one measure, and then a whole note. And that will take us into the chorus. All right, that whole verse again is going to sound like this. All right, so here in the chorus, we're going to start out with a D chord. That's going to be a D in the left hand, D, F sharp, and A in the right hand. And here I'm just going to play 3 quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. On beat 4, I'm going to play an E, E, G sharp, and B. This is an E chord, and this is just going to be played on beat 4 to transition us to the F sharp minor chord on beat 1 of the next measure. This is an F sharp in the left hand, F sharp, A, and C sharp in the right hand. This again gets played for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go back down to our E chord on 4. Now back to our D chord on 1. Now this D is going to be played for 4 beats this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go to an A chord. This is an A in the left hand, E, A, and C sharp in the right hand. And this we're going to play 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we're going to go to our C sharp minor 7 chord, played just like before. And then we're going to go back to our D chord. And here we're going to repeat 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, C sharp minor. Here we're just going to hold out our chords. So we're going to play this for 4 beats, but hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we go to an F sharp minor chord. We'll hold this for 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here we'll go to an E chord for 2 beats. And we'll just hold it, or you can also play this G sharp note on the second beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me play that whole chorus for you now. All right, so the last section I haven't showed you is just the bridge, but that's just going to be like the very end of the chorus with a slight difference. Start out with the D chord, F sharp minor, E, D, and then we'll just go straight to an E. And then that will get you back to the chorus. All right, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what song you want to hear next. All right, that does it for me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you later.